Would Miami Miracle alone earn Kenyan Drake the top spot at his number? The countdown to the start of the 2024 regular season has begun now that we're under 100 days away, so we'll honor every day the best players to wear the corresponding number for the Dolphins. Today, we're at number 32. The top players at each number so far have been D.E. Jason Taylor at 99, D.T. Jared Odrick at 98, D.E. Philip Merling at 97, D.T. Paul Soliai at 96, D.T. Tim Bowens at 95, D.T. Randy Starks at 94, D.E. Trace Armstrong at 93, L.S. John Denny at 92, D.E. Cameron Wake at 91, D.E. OLB Marco Coleman at 90, W.R. Nat Moore at 89, T.E. Keith Jackson at 88, T.E. Andre Tillman at 87, W.R. Aaron Gadsden at 86, Pound Nick Buoniconti at 85, D.E. Bill Stanfill at 84, W.R. Mark Clayton at 83, W.R. Brian Hartline at 82, W.R. O.J. McDuffie at 81, W.R. Irving Fryer at 80, T. John Giesler at 79, T. Richmond Webb at 78, Pound A.J. Dewey at 77, T. Brandon Albert at 76, D.T. Manny Fernandez at 75, T. Mark Dennis at 74, N.T. Bob Baumhauer at 73, T. Terran Armstead at 72, T. Todd Wade at 71, D. Kendall Langford at 70, G. Keith Sims at 69, G. Robert Hunt at 68, G. Bob Kuchenberg at 67, G. Larry Little at 66, O.L. Jeff Dellenbach at 65, G. Ed Newman at 64, G. Mark Dixon at 63, C. Jim Langer at 62, C. Tim Ruddy at 61, G. Burt Widener at 60, Pound Doug Swift at 59, Pound Kim Bocampa at 58, C. Dwight Stevenson at 57, Pound John Offerdal at 56, Pound Ernest Roan at 55, Pound Zach Thomas at 54, Pound Bob Matheson at 53, Pound Channing Crowder at 52, Pound Brian Cox at 51, Pound Larry Gordon at 50, C.B. William Judson at 49, C.B. Gerald Small at 48, S. Glenn Blackwood at 47, S. Don Basilio at 46, C.B. Curtis Johnson at 45, C.B. Paul Langford at 44, Pound Andrew Van Ginkel at 43, W.R. Paul Warfield at 42, F.B. Keith Byers at 41, S. Dick Anderson at 40, F.B. Larry Csonka at 39, C.B. Calvin Jackson at 38, C.B. J.B. Brown at 37, F.B. Don Nottingham at 36, D.B. Walt Aikens at 35, R.B. Ricky Williams at 34, and R.B. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. As a reminder about the ground rules, the top three will be determined only by what the players did while wearing that uniform for the Dolphins. R.B. Joe Orr, 1966-67, R.B. Hubert Ginn, 1970-73, R.B. Benny Malone, 1974-78, R.B. Tom Vigaito, 1981-85, D.B. Donald Brown, 1986, R.B. Pete Roth, 1987, R.B. Garrett Limerick, 1990, C.B. Bruce Alexander, 1992-93, R.B. Aaron Craver, 1994, R.B. Cleveland Gary, 1994, R.B. Jerry's McPhail, 1996-97, R.B. J.J. Johnson, 1999-2001, R.B. Charlie Rogers, 2003, F.B. Jamar Martin, 2004, D.B. Jason Allen, 2006-10, C.B. Nate Ness, 2010, C.B. Nate Jones, 2011, C.B. Jonathan Wade, 2011, D.B. Michael Coe, 2012, C.B. Dimitri Patterson, 2012-13, R.B. Orleans Darkwa, 2014, S. Jordan Kovacs, 2015, R.B. Kenyan Drake, 2016-19, C.B. Lyndon Stevens, 2019, C.B. Ken Crawley, 2019, R.B. Patrick Laird, 2020-21, S. Verone McKinley 3. The Dolphins have had an awful lot of players wear number 32 and several who made clear contributions, so it's tough to pick out a top three. Joe Orr, who played at nearby Coral Gables High, is forever etched in Dolphins history for returning the team's first ever opening kickoff for a touchdown, and he also was the organization's first team MVP. Benny Malone was a second-round pick in 1974, and he started 23 of the 57 games he played for Miami. He had 797 rushing yards with 4 touchdowns in 1976, followed by 615 rushing yards and 5 TDS in 1977. Tom Vigaito started 2 of the 35 games he played after being a 5th-round pick in 1981, but he had 2 punt returns for touchdowns. Jason Allen was the Dolphins' first-round pick in 2006, but but he was a backup for most of his 4+ seasons in Miami and split time between safety and cornerback. Kenyon Drake had an up-and-down 3+ seasons in Miami, but he certainly provided some memorable highlights, none bigger than his touchdown in the Miracle in Miami victory against New England in 2018. He also had a game-winning kickoff return for a touchdown against the Jets in 2016 that played a big role in the team's drive to the playoffs. Drake, who recently announced his retirement from the NFL, had seasons with 644 and 535 rushing yards and averaged an impressive 4.6 yards per carry with the Dolphins. Jin had 3 different stints with the Dolphins after being a 9th-round pick in 1970 and getting traded twice. He wore 32 in his first stint. He didn't start one game in his 90-game NFL career. J.J. Johnson was the Dolphins' top pick in the 1999 draft as a second-round choice, but he produced only 748 rushing yards and a 3.4 average in 3 seasons before he was traded to Cleveland. The top 3 Dolphins players with number 32. 1. RB Kenyon Drake. 2. RB Benny Malone. 3. RB Joe Orr. Dolphins 32s among the NFL's all-time best. This has been a number that has produced a lot of Hall of Fame running backs, including Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, Jim Brown, Edgerrin James, and O.J. Simpson, so no Dolphins player among the top 20 here.